Don't forget, your mobile is a tracking device. Some Iranian activists think that by changing SIM card, it becomes untraceable. That's not true. Your mobile has a unique IMEI number, so it can always be followed. So be careful what information you store in it, where you take it, and how you use it.
Ooh, good one. A scary one.
Ooh, so what do activists need to know about how mobiles can be a tracking device?
So I think the main thing to understand is, the clue is in the name. A mobile phone is just an inherently insecure device. And you forget it when you're using it, right? Because we use it mainly to communicate and to connect. And when we're using our phone, we think of it as a quite benign thing, which is how we reach our friends, how we reach our family, how we log on to Facebook, upload and share photos. And you just forget day to day how much this thing is just leaking data and information about you, and particularly location. It is really just a location beacon. You could just think of this as one of those tags that you put on your wrist. And I think there's a couple of myths here that it's important to debunk. One being that, when you have GPS on your phone and you turn it off, that somehow you've turned off that tracking. You've got GPS on, that's great, you can connect with Google Maps. Now you've turned it off, no more location tracking. And that's not true. The way that mobile phone networks work, actually, by definition, by design, it has to send a kind of ping out constantly to cell phone towers. That's how the mobile network runs, which means that you are constantly pinging your location to the mobile network. In a country like Iran, where the mobile network is in the control of the government, that basically means the government has the ability to access in real time, based on your cell ID, where you're going. They can track you if they're looking for you. But there's another risk here. You go down to a demonstration, it's possible for the government to actually just go, I want to know all cell IDs that were in this vicinity between these hours. If you're going somewhere and you don't want anyone to know about it, if there's a risk that people knowing about where you've gone is going to cause serious risk to you or to anybody you know, then just don't carry a phone. It's just, by design, it's a location tracking device. At this point now, activists need to know that their mobile phone is just, it's really insecure thing to carry if they're doing really risky work. Turning your phone off and taking the battery out is really just, it's a standardly good practice. It's a good idea if you're in a meeting to do that. That will stop the network pinging regularly to the cell phone tower. Unfortunately, there are, what people worry about these days is that in the hardware itself, there are backdoors. It's worth bearing in mind on that point that it could be useful just to carry a small, cheap, what they call dumb phones, not a smartphone. Yes. It still has the same problem. It still can do that constant pinging to the cell phone tower. But take the battery out of that, turn it off, go to the place that you're going, have your meeting. You still have your phone with you, but it's not on.
So.
And also exchange phones. And if you have a cheap phone, then maybe that can actually be a possibility. If it's a really sensitive meeting that you're going to have, I think still the best thing is just, if you can, don't take a phone. If you have to, take a phone that's not the phone you normally use and take the battery out.
Encrypt your phone.
Yep.
It's under your security settings, encrypted. That means that when you lose it, people cannot access the data on it. Use a strong passcode and do not use the fingerprint reader.